Flux will store some location, right? It's not a server, right? VPC is not a server, it's a service. Service logs can be sent into some components, I was telling it. Yeah, S3R, one more CloudWatch with this log. This is the one. Yes. So you'll be checking the NACL subnet group route tables are correct or not. So at the end, uh, there is one more tool, right? What was that? VPC, that checking tool, reachable to analyze that tool, something that I will also use. And then if I'm still not able to get that, I'll enable the flow logs kind of keyword, the debugging last one. Now, yeah, can you guys help me? Anyone, can you guys help me here? Just what need to be checked here first?
Security group.
Which security group? Which security? Third party API in the sense third party website. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. NAT gateway will not have any inbound outbound. Just NAT gateway is just a IP address.
Target group.
Yeah. So yeah. Just read the question. What you are telling in the other way around. Just read the question again. Question is very clear. Look for the some blue keyword. So this is your app. Here is the another app. They have exposed it as the API. Okay. Here also they'll be using the security group. This is for your inbound. Okay. Outbound by default, we don't touch it. Majority. Yeah. What you have to check. Yeah, NACL is perfect.
We will check if NAT gateway IP is whitelisted or
in
not.
where? In where? Let's say this is the which API HG or app HG here? Where?
API SJ.
Yeah, exactly. Here, NAT gateway IP. Yeah, this is the one. Perfect. This is the one. Yeah, they have whitelisted, but still you are getting the timeout. This is correct. This is the still correct. This is the my answer. Still timeout. For this answer is this is the one. Yeah, one more. Yeah, please go ahead. You know this is perfect answer. Exactly, that is what I was looking. Yeah, they have to whitelist other company. Next. Yeah, just try now. Something. Yeah.
Yeah, if it is still timeout, then we will check our security group or NACL.
Yeah.
Inbound, outbound.
NACLs are correct. So it's timing out in the sense you are going outside. Okay. Yeah, NACLs no issues. NACLs are perfect. You think that. I was like when they ask you this question, right? They'll expect you. Yeah, that is correct. Whatever you said is NACL is correct. They look for one component from you.
IAM rules or
Load
policies
balance.
attached.
IAM rule. This is outside of your altogether your AWS account. This third party company. Third party. This is not within your cloud. This is not in your AWS account. This is altogether thing that they're running in the some kind of on premises, for example. Yeah, this is up. It's no issues. If I'm testing from my local, it is working. If I get.
In their security group, whitelist your IP address.
Yeah, that's what here. That is what we did, right? NAT gateway. We will allow one more. It is correct. Yeah, internet gateway is we are not. Yeah, this is perfect. Internet gateway is for our inbound. This they are not as we are not accessing not our sky. We are accessing from here to other people.
We have to allow their IP address, right? Whitelist their IP address.
In NACL Central, yes, you did that, for example. Yeah, that no issue with the NACL. You no need to whitelist in your security group. They are not accessing, right? They
Right.
are not accessing. No need to allow in the security group and all. No need. Just 00 something is enough.
Need to start Apache instance,
Sorry?
maybe. So whichever is the application that they are trying to access, right, in the VPC, that we need to start Apache application.
No, your application is ready. Your application is ready.
HTTPD.
Here also,
Yeah,
see, that's what I told. It is working from your local,
okay.
but it is failing from where? Yeah. You know the answer. Okay. This application will have in subnet, right? When I say application easy to mission, it will have a subnet. Subnet route table. I mean the whatever answers you told all are correct, but one more the cache keyword what they look for in the route table, the same guy. The same guy, this guy.
We have to whitelist.
No, NAT gateway. Route should be there. Yeah, this is the we will be expecting from you in the interviews. I was very clear right here. You are accessing in VPC from your application third-party API. So from your VPC, all your outbound traffic will go via which guy?
NAT.
NAT gateway. This is the route. Yes, NACLs will be there. That the whatever you told is correct, but we will be expecting from you NAT gateway. So even you have whitelisted here, If this NAT gateway route is not there, still it will go for timeout, right? Yeah, this is correct. Still timeout. Yeah, you have whitelisted it. The second answer I was looking is this is yeah. In the on-premises, what is the equivalent component for NAT gateway?
Forward proxy.
Yeah, exactly. Forward proxy will have public IP or private IP?
Private IP.
They'll have both. Like the major I was
Public static.
public IP. Okay, public IP. Because they're facing to whom?
Internet.
Whatever connected to the internet, obviously they'll have a cable, right? Internet. Whenever you see cable, there will be cable, right? NIC card will be there. Wherever you NIC card, you will have a obviously the card. So you will have a IP address right here, NIC card, obviously IP. The public IP will be there for this. Can you guys tell me here? Reverse proxy. Forward proxy simply is for egress. Okay. In cloud, what is reverse proxy? What is the component? What is the component we can take as a reverse proxy? Reverse proxy inbound.
Load balancer.
Yeah, load balancer. Yeah, load
Bastion.
balancer, IZW, Bastion, like many components you can take it as. All these are all called, you can think as a IZW also you can say that. Many will be there as a reverse proxy in the sense inbound, how you are entering into that. But keyword will change based upon the use case. For example, as an admin, what is reverse proxy? Bastion. As an kind of to enter into the VPC, IZW. To access the application, load balancer. So this kind of you can call as a reverse proxy kind of keyword. It will change based upon the context. So let me, 1 minute, I'll review yesterday keywords once. All my objective here is how to send traffic from private to private. Don't send your traffic from, even if you are in a VPC, I was telling great example yesterday, whatever the traffic you are sending, it will go via one guy. Now I was telling that even if you are in a VPC, if you want to access third-party API, your traffic will go via which component I was telling it? NAT gateway. So NAT gateway again it will send to the IGW, your packet will go to the internet. But my objective is I don't want to send my traffic to public. If it is within the cloud, if it is on-premises, AWS has given some options for us. Some of the options are, if you are in the, this is the way. If you are in the whatever the other application, if you are accessing some other applications outside, if both are in the same cloud, and then they are able to accept your VPC thing. So I don't want to send my traffic via NAT gateway and all outside. Within AWS network only I want to send. Then we will be going with the concept called VPC peering. VPC peering you cannot do across the clouds. You cannot do from AWS to Google. You cannot do that. VPC peering will only be applicable within the same cloud, and that too across the region, across the account. And only the thing you should take care is when you do VPC peering, what is the one thing it shouldn't be? I was telling it.
IP address should not be same.
Its range should not be same.
Same CIDR.
CIDR.
It shouldn't be the same CIDR. If you do VPC peering, right? So the traffic I was telling it, when you are accessing with other endpoint or other IP addresses or something, right? So it will go to the route table. In the route table, you will have a peering connection. Anything like, if you remember, I was doing this tool, right? Which tool? Reachability analyzer tool. Can you make a mind map here with the reachability analyzer tool from app, which is in private, how traffic goes? Internet. Do a reverse lookup. Okay. Can you guys tell me here how that request will go? EC2. Yeah, go ahead, please. How that request outside it will go to packet.
NAT gateway, then load balance.
Now EC2 will have a security group. Security group, it will go where?
Outbound.
Then it will go to the which guy?
NACL.
NACL outbound. Then it will go to the which guy?
Route table.
Route table. In the route table, it will decide. Do I need to go to the, because the IP address range, right? This IP address range is private or public, it will decide it. Here only it will decide. Route table has a good intelligence. Now, because I am accessing here 10. Other series, here 10.1, 10.2. So since you are accessing from here 10.2 related IP address, you are doing SSH. Here, you already in the route table, you see right here, what did you attach yesterday? Let me go here. If you go to the route table,
NAT gateway.
We have added reverse message.
here, routes, remember this guy. This is not. This
Peering
is
ID.
peering connection, right? We did a peering connection yesterday.
Yes.
This series.
Yes.
So automatically this route table will decide, hey, I don't want to go to via this guy. I'll decide it. I'll go to this network. This is software defined network. It will go from here. It will reach to that destination component. Here is the one will be decided route table. Okay. It's the logic. Send packet. Okay. Now, so majority times, right, we avoid sending packets to internet. We make as much as possible. If it is other end is private, we go with the VPC pairing concept within the same cloud. Majority times, if it is both of them. Now, with that, let me go here. E3. Sorry, I missed one. Yeah. So, away. Application running in. Deploy segment. Another VPC. Then net where public. Which options we can choose?
VPC peering.
Yeah, one is the VPC pairing. Yes, VPC pairing is answer for this. Okay. Cool. Now, same vice versa. Whatever you did, like yesterday, we have allowed VPC pairing. When I say the important keywords, you should know that within same cloud across the accounts, it shouldn't be the CIDR range. It works on the accept and reject protocol, and then you have to whitelist in the sense you have to allow in the route tables. The route table will decide where to go to that. It's not only for private route table, you can associate in the public route table also. From public route table, I'm accessing other VPC private endpoint. You need to allow that that VPC pairing in the drop down. You have to allow in the public route also. That's up to you. Okay, depends upon. In the majority times, right? We allow that. In the majority times, we have the use case of accessing private to private from app to other VPCs. That is the use cases we have majority times. With the same mindset, right? So we did VPC pairing in the same accept and reject the protocol. You can accept or reject it. Same way, like for example, I have on-premises and I have VPC here. On-premises purely private. VPC, obviously, what does that mean? When I say VPC, the name itself is a private. You cannot reach to the private to private by default. I mean, by default, you cannot attach. You need to make some kind of routing here. Something. Can you guys help me here? I was repeating it. I'm telling it back again. From VPC, how your packet will go? Via which component?
Route table.
Route table.
Route table just it's a
Internet
route,
gateway.
that's it. It doesn't do anything.
Okay.
From private, how your packet will go to the internet?
Through NAT
Okay.
gate.
NAT gateway.
Yeah, NAT gateway. Exactly. Yeah, NAT gateway. So you will be whitelisting other guys, right? This NAT gateway is that this is what you are telling it. In the security group, we will be whitelisting this guy, right? For example, this is what you are telling it. If you time out. Now, same way in the on-premises also, we'll have a one guy, right?
Forward proxy.
Yeah, forward or proxy. This. So let me tell you that whatever the topics I'm telling, right? In the real time, I have seen that network team will do that. Sometimes you have to coordinate with them. You need some kind of information. You by ourselves, we cannot do that. You need a on-premises team help. Then only you will be able to do this whatever the setup I'm going to do that. Ourselves, you cannot do that. Our job. I have seen some scenarios. They only did in my AWS accounts. Whatever that I'm telling it. But in the interviews, I have seen these interview questions. Whatever that. That's what I'm going to cover. Okay. So my objective here is the private to private. This is what you have done. From VPC to VPC, VPC pairing is there. But I have some applications still they are running in the on-premises. Some they are running in the cloud. I wanted to connect from here to here. Can you guys tell me here? From on-premises, I am accessing this one of the application via the load balancer. You think it? Here is the load balancer, is there? I'm accessing one application from here to here via the load balancer. This load balancer IP address, sorry, endpoint I'm calling here. I'm getting timeout. What to do? You know already now. You guys were telling it now. Previously, we were telling for the reverse case.
Yeah, security group.
Which security group? Here, application security group is there. EC2 security group is there. RDS security group is there. Cache. Which security group do you allow? That is correct.
Application security group, we have to whitelist.
No, application security group, application EC2 will be in the private, right? Private subnet. How these people are accessing, I was telling it.
Load balance.
Yeah.
Load balancer.
Yeah. In this case, what do you do?
So load balance security group, we will whitelist this.
Yeah. Which one you will whitelist now?
In public.
Yeah, let's say that 80. Which IP address? I don't want to expose this to internet. This is my purely, I'm kind of SaaS company. SaaS company in the sense, I will give APIs to like the payment gateway like that. I don't want to give to internet. In this case, I will be restricting. Whenever one client will come, I will whitelist their IPs. They can consume my API with that. Here, what do I do, for example? From here,
Forward proxy.
yeah,
In
forward
static IP.
proxy IP address. This is what I was telling it. Forward proxy will have which IP address I was telling, right? Here.
Static
Private
some.
IP, the public IP.
Public IP.
Okay, IP.
Yeah. Now your packet will go to the internet. It will go to the internet. Remember, internet is a risk always. So in the architect, like if you go a little more experience, right? So we avoid majority times sending the packet to internet. So they will avoid it majority times. They'll prefer private, but they'll do the business, needed the business things under. Yeah. Here my objective was, this is what load balancer security group. Again, your packet is going to the where here, internet. Now, because this is the known network for me, this is also known network for me. That's why AWS has a given for us on some kind of choices, some not one, some choices, direct connect, and one more is the site-to-site VPN. In direct connect, we will not come into the picture like as a DevOps guy. You will be involved because you are managing VPs, right? That they'll go to the physical data center, they'll connect with the data center people. You have to raise a support ticket in AWS. I need a direct connect, some kind of option. They will do some kind of connectivity in your AWS account. So network team will help you. But one option is direct connect. And second one was site-to-site VPN. This I have seen in the interview question. This I got it. This you can say that if you get this kind of interview question, you say that my network team has been handled. In my case also, my network team did this setup for us. Like this on-prem setup, they did it. This is your job. This and all, who will be taking care? Your job is not here. Your job is not to manage the servers and all here. This is not our job. So now to do this setup, what components I need is this IP address I need. This IP address, you will not come to know that. If you want to come to know, there is a command called curl if config.me something. Run this config from this one of servers. From one of these inside servers, right? Run this command. This command, it will go to internet. This command will go to the internet. It will print this IP address. What is your forward proxy IP address? Otherwise, if you don't know this IP address, to whom you need to reach out? If you want to know forward proxy IP address. This you know, right? How do you know that? This you know, right? Already. You will go to simply to where? Here. With this guy. The way we go like normally. NAT gateway will go here. Somewhere you see it easily. This is the static public IP address. I know it. But in the cloud, in the on-premises, you don't know, right? Obviously, only the one option you have is you need to reach out to the networking team now. So instead of networking team, you can log into one of these servers, you run this command. This I have done it. Instead of they were not responding me, then I found some kind of Google, then I did run this. It was displaying this. You do like a number of times. If they have multiple forward proxies, you will get different IPs. If they have like 2 or something, they'll always will maintain 2. One is for primary, another is for secondary something. You will get both of them round robin. So I used to do like this command. Fine. This is the okay. Now, what is the component I need to configure is one is the forward proxy. Then I need this configuration. And one more is for this forward proxy, right? They'll be using some kind of firewall also. There are some firewall companies will be there. Firewall. That vendor information also I need to know which vendor they are using in the market. There are many vendors are there. Physical like the one is Sonic firewall, like Palo Alto Networks. Many are there. So they'll be using this kind of firewall in the on-premises. You need to know that vendor name also, which vendor and all. Because when you do site-to-site VPN, it will give one configuration file here in the cloud. That configuration file, they have to import here. Then only the connection will happen from here to here. That is one. Okay. So all my objective here is, I don't want to send my packet to internet. If no networks are connecting it, I need to send my packet via the private network. That is what my objective. For that, so VPC pairing within VPC, if on-prem to the cloud, there is a configuration called site-to-site. One more is the direct connect. Here, majority our job will not come. Here we will be doing this. For this, you need to know these IP addresses and the vendor of the firewall. With this, let's go here. I was doing yesterday some demo as well. Just to like I've been done this long back. Remaining time my network team only did. So here, let's go to that. Here you see, right? Let's go to the customer gateway. You see right here, the name itself is saying it, customer gateway. Customer gateway means from where you are coming. You see, right? This is the guy. So we won't take these IP addresses. We will take only this IP address. Which IP address? forward proxy. So here is some interview question I have seen it. What is customer gateway? I say that other endpoint. I say that other endpoint. Egress IP. I mean, sorry. Egress IP address. This is what I used to say if you ask me the technically. Customer gateway. In the VPC, it is a VPC component. It's very simple, like couple of clicks only to create it. Create a customer gateway. Say that on-prem forward proxy. This is some kind of technical keyword, the protocol, BGP protocol. Here we need to say that which IP address you see, right? Specify IP address of your customer gateway device external interface. This is the one from where you are coming out. Go here. This is in the real time, right? We'll go to that. We will ask the network team mandal here. In my home, right? What will be the my in your home? What will be your egress device name in your home? You know already. You are using router exactly. Exactly. Like in the on-premises, right? They'll use some kind of box. Your router will be some kind of companies, right? Like that, they'll use instead of router companies, they'll use some firewall companies for the security. Go here. Here, 199. You have to whitelist this. If you have something calm also, I think you can keep it. Lot of files you can follow. For now, here you have to say that, like for example, router, some device name. That's it. Basic thing. So customer gateway means I'm going to make a connectivity from customer to my VPC. So customer in the sense other endpoint. Just create a customer gateway. Next, one more component you need to create is the virtual private gateway. Virtual private gateway is your within VPC. It is VPC component. Your VPC component it is. Now create a virtual private gateway. Blah, blah. These are all majority we don't like do custom blah blah something and all. Here we don't do much. I think this is the default. We will go with the default ASN, default network. That's it. Now you need to make both of them bridge. One you created the customer gateway, one more is the VP virtual private gateway. Both of them you have to connect. To make it this connectivity, we have this option below itself. Set to set VPN. Here, let's say that on-prem to VPC. Here, virtual private gateway, the one previously you created it. It is part of cloud. This is the cloud guy. This is within AWS. And this is the customer gateway, which is coming from outside to us. Here is the guy. Here, that's okay. Don't select for now. Here, yeah, don't select from of the options. Here, I think the CIDR range we can whitelist from where they're coming. Yeah, this is your VPC CIDR range can be, but for now that's okay. I forgot what happens. I'll see and then I'll come in my environment. What is that? Good. Two things in the site-to-site VPN. We are bridging two of them, customer gateway and one more is the virtual private gateway. Both of them. Create a VPN connection. Now you will get one kind of site-to-site VPN. This is the one. Now it is kind of, if you go here, right? This is the one, sometimes they'll be saying it. Tunnel. One tunnel is down. I was not able to reachable here. You see it? Some kind of tunnel handle here. This is completely managed by the AWS people, not your job to bring up and all. So now my job is to create these components. This is what I do. I need a forward proxy from network team. Then you see right here, download configuration. Here you have to ask them, what is the company I need to download here? This is what I was telling it. This is the one, this component. Where was this guy? This guy. So what on-premises did? Hey, guys, did you access anytime your UI page? Anyone, did you access your router UI page? In your router, you can configure, right? What and all you can change. Password, some kind of IP address range, how many people. You can filter also some advanced routers content and all. You getting what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So what here they do, right? For this firewall also, they will have a GUI, the networking team. They will import this file in that configuration. They'll import this file. Once they import, right? So that connectivity, what that this guy did, he will ping this the site-to-site VPN. He will ping internally the connectivity. Then this both will come up. Let me see. For example, we did for Sonic, I think. Yeah, Sonic one. This one, kind of that's it. The versions, the basic OS versions. Here it's a download. There is one more. If you don't know that, there is a one more guy. Is called generic. It will decide it. You can download this file. This file you need to give to who? To the networking team. What they'll do, they'll import this file in their firewall thing. Then it will establish a connection to our VPC. Next time onwards, if you enable it, if you are trying from here to here, you can take any private IP. These private IPs, you can take a private IPs. From here to here, private to private will work. This private IP address range also you can whitelist in this security group. Thus, if you do SSH here to here, in this case, traffic will not go via this guy. Let me put it like this. In this case, traffic will go via which guy? I was telling it. Site to site. This way the traffic will go. Now, so this the tunnel is down. You remember I was telling it. These of them we cannot replicate because my router will not support this configuration. In the real time, we will use these working devices. After you make right, this will be in the up status. You will get in the up status. Yeah. Any questions you want to ask on it? Okay, let me put it like this. Why do we want site-to-site VPN? Purely only one purpose. What is that? On-prem to cloud. One more is the private to private. What components are there? Can you guys help me here? What are the components will come here?
Customer gateway, virtual private.
Yeah, customer gateway. This will have obviously you need a one IP called. What is the type you need? Forward proxy. You have to say that when you say forward proxy only, they'll recognize this keyword. I need this. One more is the VPG. That's it. Virtual private. Cool. So this is the lab. My objective was if you are able to download that configuration, just few of the clicks, that is fine. We will share that file to networking team. That's up to their job next. Site VPNs. Next. So one, let me say that word sending traffic to, I'll say that very good keyword, internet. Make private network setup. One is within the cloud, VPC pairing. Second is within the VPC. Second was site to site. Third, this is the use case you will get in the interviews. Okay. Now I have a VPC. I'm coming this third option. Here is the guy. I'm having a VPC. That VPC private, which is app. I'm accessing S3 bucket. S3 bucket. So S3 is whose service? S3, AWS or outside people?
AWS.
AWS. Google Drive.
Outside.
Now you have the clarity. Like some third-party API, also you think it is running in the. Now think it is running in the Azure, for example. Okay, for example. Now tell me here. Even if it is S3 also, S3 is AWS service. Your traffic will be treated as a public only. This guy will be treated as a like a Google Drive only. With this, from which component the traffic will go outside? From here. From here, via which component will go to this guy?
Not
NAT gateway.
Obviously, NAT gateway. Now, so in AWS, right, they will charge a lot money for this NAT gateway. They'll charge lot of charge for this NAT gateway. Now, let's say, for example, your application is a kind of resume based or some kind of video based applications. So it is getting all your videos from here. So what is that will happen? What is the problem will happen here? Cost. If for majorly they'll charge for what? NAT gateway. They'll charge for NAT gateway. So here, which charge will incur more here right now? For which service? S3. So since AWS is S3 is AWS service, I don't want to send my traffic via NAT gateway to internet. They have given one option for only these services only. For S3, some AWS services only. You cannot do Google Drive, you cannot do third-party APIs, you cannot do. This all obviously has to go via which component? NAT gateway. You don't have other option. Since AWS is S3 is AWS service, there are other services also you can make. I don't want to send via this guy. I want to send via, there is a concept called use a concept called
Endpoints.
exactly VPC
Endpoints.
endpoints. That is what VPC endpoints. Here again, two types of endpoints are there: gateway and one more was interface endpoints. This gateway endpoint within the VPC, interface endpoint across the VPC, something like you can access from on-premises also. When you are accessing site from on-premises to the S3, it will for private we will use interface, private to private connectivity. This gateway within one VPC within same region only. This is across the region, and I was telling it on-prem to here also you can access. Two types of endpoints will be there. With this, let me create a VPC endpoint. The question is, this is the how they'll come to you. This is the application. So when they say application, you can ask it within default VP. I mean to say public VPC. Default VPC are like you can ask because you know the concept right now. You can ask. You can start a conversation from application. Okay. Wait a minute. What solution? Do you suggest? The answer is VPC endpoint. VPC endpoint is purely like private. I mean to say like, I would not say private, it is AWS network. We'll go via AWS network. That they'll manage it. For that, right? Somewhere, where is this?
Sir, by using this VPC endpoints, can we connect to third parties also like Google Drive?
No, no, no.
No, right?
No, no. Endpoints are like within the cloud resources.
VPC.
Yeah, within the
Okay.
cloud resources. S3 or some SQS, there are like services are there. They'll support that.
Okay.
AWS services, yeah. Create endpoint. This is nowhere related with site to site. This is altogether another component. Like VPC pairing site. This is okay. Now let me keep it S3 endpoint. So here you see, right? Here is that they have options. Marketplace services. This is like some third-party services will be available here. Some ready-made softwares will be available. So that if you find Google Drive here, you can access with that. In the marketplace, if there is a Google Drive, Google people came to marketplace, then you can use this concept. Then that type again. By default, AWS services here. Now you see right here, there are the types: interface endpoint, blah blah, SageMaker, this for machine learning, blah blah. Many are there here. Among them, yeah, there are two gateway endpoints. Remaining all are called interface endpoints. For interface, right, you will get one IP address, security group will be there, everything. For gateway, there is no that thing. You will get to know what I mean. Just go for S3, for example. This is the one you will see in the YouTube also majority times. In the real time also, we did this. So we don't want to send packet to outside. We wanted to, because we were accessing S3 data, it's heavy data. With that reason, we went for this. Here you have to select your VPC. This is the interesting one. This is what I was telling here. From application in the which subnet? Private subnet. Every subnet will have obviously which guy right now. route table, right? You have associated. So when I select VPC, below it is coming from which route table, from which subnets obviously internally. You are accessing S3. If it is private,
Private.
automatically it will add a one route. You observe it. It will add a one route. You don't to select anything, it will add a route. You will get to know. Just a few minutes. Here is the name, AWS service, gateway endpoint, great endpoint. Gateway endpoint within same VPC, you cannot access this S3 bucket from on-premises. On-premises again, it will go via forward proxy internet to S3 again. That will not work. If you want to go from on-prem to S3 again private, then go with the interface endpoint. You should have site-to-site VPN as well, both. Now, go to the route tables. Go here, routes. What is this? This is for, what is this guy we have? You know, right? Yesterday we didn't know. What is this guy for?
Peering ID.
Peering connection.
This you know, right?
Yeah, not good.
This is the guy. This is the guy. Now, let's go with the reverse path. You did na one thing. You told very well. That component was that man. You were telling that reverse path. Na? Yeah, this is the guy. Now let me do the reverse path, for example. Now from here, I'm accessing S3, some S3 related documents or something. Okay, I'm accessing from EC2, which is in the private subnet, private EC2. Now it will go to the edge. Outbound, obviously we will allow. NACL it will satisfy. Now it will go to the where? Route table. In the route table, here is the you have attached, right? What is the guy you have attached in the route table? If you see, what is this guy?
Endpoint, VPC endpoint.
VPC endpoint. Now it will skip one guy in this. It will skip one guy.
Not get.
Gateway.
It will skip. It will be decided by this logic. They have decided that logic. Now traffic will not go via NAT gateway. So if traffic is not going via NAT gateway, right? So obviously the bandwidth, whatever the transmit you did, bandwidth packets, it will get reduced. Obviously your cost will come down. So that's how the endpoint, the gateway endpoint is will be used. Okay. Now any queries, questions you want to ask?
So if it is in AWS services, we can use VPC endpoints to reduce the cost, right?
Exactly. Some not all services, some services, whatever they listed. Yes. Yes.
So if it is an external, then we have to go for VPC peering.
Within VPC. Yeah. Exactly right. We had recently we were transmitting almost like petabytes of data, but there is a one, sir. You remember yesterday I was telling, right? Application to application. Can you guys tell me what is the one I was using? I was telling that one component. Application to application to share that data. In AWS, there is a one service, right? To share the data. One application is sharing the data to other application.
SQS.
Yeah. We were using SQS. Instead of SQS, right? My team was using one of the called MSK, Kafka. Okay. So whatever you are sending, right? This is in the private subnet. This is sending, in AWS, there is a service called MSK. This is like S3 only, for example. This is the managed one. They were managing it. So this, I was looking for this. Can I make this VPC? Because we were transmitting all my NAT gateway when we did a debug, I mean more deep in that, all were going to this here. Then we tried like, is there any endpoint? It was not available. This is the AWS service, but it was not available for this. Some services they have available. For your question, that's what I mean. This is AWS service, but still they don't have VPC endpoint. My traffic was going via the endpoint on the NAT gateway only. Some service. So as I was saying it, avoid sending packet to public. If it is reachable network within private to private, go. If it is within VPC, go VPC peering. On-prem to the cloud, VPC, sorry, site to site. If you are AWS services, go with the VPC endpoint related concept. Okay. Now let me do other way around. The other guy also just for demo purpose. Endpoint. The gateway endpoint. The gateway endpoint you cannot access from on-premises. You cannot access it. If you want access from on-premises also without internet, then go with the interface endpoint. Two types of endpoints will be there. S3 interface. For example, on-prem, you can access from other VPCs. You can access from any Azure, like so not Azure. Yeah, Azure also you can access. You need a site to site. That's it. From outside, anywhere else, if you want access S3 within private, then go with the interface endpoint. Here, search for S3. It need lot of things, man, for this. This is the gateway. This is the two only gateway will support S3 and DynamoDB. Remaining all will support interface endpoint. Here, interface. Select the VPC. Interesting you see, right? Here. Can you guys let me know when you say interface means you remember Ethernet. Ethernet interface I was doing it. It will have an IP address. When you have IP address, obviously we'll have a one guy called security group. All this will come. All this will come here. You have to whitelist on this. So here it is asking from which subnet this endpoint will get secured. It will get created it. Now obviously let's say that go for app. It will get created in the app subnet. VPC interface endpoint. We need to assign the security group, some specific security group. 443 port number we store with that thing because the S3 endpoint will be HTTPS and all. We used it for now just for demo purpose. I'm choosing the any random security group. That's it. So what was the difference between interface and the gateway endpoint? Gateway endpoint within the VPC, interface endpoint can be accessed from anywhere, and you have more control. The IP address and all something you can restrict it. Who can access which end from where you can access it. Now, if you access right, you will get here some endpoints here. Here below down, you will get some endpoints here. Yeah, here. So I will share with this my dev team this endpoint. Here you will have a AP South one, and you will have a 111 like because you created a subnet level, right? 1A, 1B, and all 1C this one, 1B this one, and then 1A. I have to give the top one. This I will share with the dev team. My dev team, what they do, along with the bucket name, they will use this endpoint to access any S3 endpoint. That is what it. Any queries, questions you want to ask? Cool. Yeah. So endpoints, gateway. This is little public, but it is managed by the AWS network. This one more is that interface endpoint. This is purely you can access from anywhere. This is within VPC. Within VPC. So where was all the logic? Where was that all the logic was happening? Where to send the packet? Where to decide and all if you remember in this flow? Where the logic will be there?
In route table.
In the route table. So in the route table, it will decide based upon the IP address 10.2 series, then send to the site to site. Then, like for example, if it is S3, then if there is an endpoint, then send the traffic via the endpoint only. Otherwise, the default traffic will go via the NAT gateway only. In AWS cloud, the primary charge they charge for this component charges pricing. Okay, they charge for compute. Obviously, you know. When I say compute means CPU, the RAM, storage, like EBS volume, like whatever you storage. For now, you know the EBS volume and network. In the network, right? Majority services they'll give free for in. It is free. They charge for out, paid one. So with this, right, from your VPC, from via which component the traffic will get out. Whether
NAT.
S3, Google Drive, or site to site, everything, NAT. That's why in our billing, right, they'll charge for NAT. Let me check once. We could have got bulk billing by this time. Let's see. We were running a lot of components, right? Let's see. Whatever we did, all those services right now is all the region based, the VPC and all. The billing is the global one. Let's go. Bill. This is my, let's see. Remember, billing will be they'll charge for per hour based. If you run for 10 minutes something, also they'll charge for per hour. They'll charge, this is for per hour based billing. Per hour. Bill status. You go now, they'll get very clear. Yeah, you see it. Now you know that. Which component is the highest costing one. In the real time also, if you see any billing, right, any AWS accounts, you will be like this majority order. The highest consumption component was which guy here?
RDS.
RDS. The cache wala, because it's in memory, right? RDS is the highest costly service. That's why I was telling it. Multi-agent, it is double the charge. For non-prod environment, reduce that multi-agent. For production only enable that multi-agent, some kind of. Here, data transfer, still we have not done much. And you know, right, simple queue service. This is S3. In virtual private cloud, this is, we were accessing, we are within the limits only, I think. That's why they are not charged. If you go to data transfer, somewhere you will see that, oh, I was using Virginia also. They'll charge for somewhere you will have a component called NAT gateway. This is not here. Here only, I think. Here only will have a NAT gateway. Here. Somewhere you will get the NAT gateway as a pricing component. Yeah. Any queries, questions you want to ask on it? Any question? Cool. So let me pass it here for now. My objective was on the VPC related topics. These are the ones you should be aware. How to create VPC. And the majority times the component, we will ask a lot of questions on the NAT gateway. You should know that if you're accessing third-party API, the way I was asking, right, repeated questions, the same way you will get in the interviews also. They'll be looking NAT gateway only. If they go more detailed, then they'll go on the NACL and all. This is the one. And one more NACL. This is the one, my objective to cover it. So that we had an issue. This I'll recover again, like, because we'll be doing that automation thing, all this setup, I'll come back again. And one more was VPC endpoint. Yes, debugging one. Debugging. In the debugging, I was telling it, prologues. One more was the reachability tool. And one more, site to site. And VPC pairing. These are the basic things. I mean, not only basic, we were a little advanced also here in these things. Basic thing is and one more was this, the major one. Major was run WordPress website VPC. So with the what are the components here? LB, EC2, RDS. So if you are able to run this, that's okay. These are all can be, but they'll consider on the interviews this concept. But in the real time, you will be having like these tasks. That is what my objective on the VPC related. Cool. So any questions? Please run the VPC. Something you want to ask. That NACL, right? I'll make a diagram. I need to put on the paper. I'll come on it. Something. Still it is pending on me. That NACL block will come on it. This same setup I'll repeat again, not with the manual. We will use some kind of automation. This will repeat it. All these labs will be repeated. They'll be repeated. Yeah, I'll upload it. Sure. Last 3 sessions I have not done it. Cool then. Yeah. Thanks guys. If no questions. Thank you.